Hello? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for more Danganronpa. Sorry I took so long in the waiting soon screen, or starting soon screen. Um, I was fixing my stream settings. But, we have everything all good now. Hi, hello. If I'm streaming this late, you better believe I'm having a beer. Especially if we're going to be playing Danganronpa, because, my god, this game. Now, it is, like, 13 p.m. where I am. So it is quite late in the evening, but, I don't know. I still was kind of a feeling like playing Danganronpa. So here we go. Let me know if you can like hear stuff through my TV and I can go switch to using my headphones, but I don't think you can. Still tell me that I'm getting a little latency, but no latency, but buffering, but I do not think so. I think we're good. Alright, so let me remind myself of what the fuck was happening. Alright, so this is me. I am basic generic person. The ultimate lucky or unlucky student? What? Did it always say that? Huh? What the fuck? Maybe it did, I don't know. I got trapped in a school with all of these motherfuckers. Everybody who has a dead next to their name is dead. Last time we played this game, just to make sure, I'm gonna go ahead and turn down the game audio a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that should be fine. So this man, last time we played, this man got hammered in the head, along with this man, by this man dressed up as a robot? If we're to believe what's being told to us? I don't know how this one's gonna play out, in all honesty. I kind of have no idea. The only thing I have to go off of is it might be Celeste, because Celeste was being oddly controlling throughout most of this, like, investigation. Like, weirdly controlling and weirdly, like, pointing things in the right direction. If it is Celeste, that's gonna be fucking hilarious, because it means that I max ranked her and then she just fucking dies. But, yeah, I think that's enough reminding me. reminding me of stuff. Because honestly, that time I get to the end of this trial, however long that takes me, I won't know what happened. Everyone heard Monica's proclamation, and they gathered in the red door. Yep, as soon as they could. What the fuck? Fuck, there are two. Fuck, two of them. What the hell? He multiplied. He fucking multiplied. Oh no, not multiple. It just looks like it. That way, because it's an illusion. I'm moving so fast, it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get to the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
We're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you. Okay, fine.
Hey!
And if everybody here will please go ahead and get on the fucking pain train or elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please.
Well, bro, I'm not mentally prepared. You'll never be mentally prepared for... Oh yeah, right, because I think that you murdered him, even though really there's a significant amount of evidence in the contrary, such as this man's direct account. I don't think you did it. I mean, he could be lying, but I don't take Hero as somebody who would fucking lie. I already told you I didn't do it for serious. That reminds me, did you ever find that other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate that it seems like we have our culprit, yes. I'm not gonna need to voice that. This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get into the courtroom. So that way I can beat your ass with a... No, that's wrong. She's right. The courtroom's the only place where you're allowed to verbally assault people. Oh, I know. That's not goofy. That's right, I have to do this. I have to figure out who killed Fumi and Taka. Even though Taka, I was at least mildly interested in Hifumi, I actively am happy that this man is dead. Thank everyone who for the sake of the two who lost. I don't care about you, Hifumi. The killer is someone right here. Alright, I think we do a good old left to right.
Damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. Wow.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hero pay for his crimes. I don't think this man committed a crime. Why were you listening, Yugi boy? You should read the fucking cards and get into the goddamn elevator. Okay, alright, I was not done talking to everybody. So I instinctively hit B to try and fucking back out of it. But that's not how that works. Still marks me in to move. Yep. I like these shots because it really plays into the whole, and then like every time it just gets progressively less and less and less and less. It's like it was packed when we first did this, but then by now it's like there's actually a lot of room. The clanking of the elevator kept us company as we went further down. There's no going back now until we settle this. Not sure how long, but the elevator did eventually come to a stop with a nice big old ding ding. What's that? It's not gonna kick in yet? Come on, come on. When I see you all gathered here like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax. Only because of you. Why? Why are you making do all these cruel things to each other? What? Do you really hate me so much? I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and let's begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. But I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed clash trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Everybody get to your side fucking seats so I can start the voice acting, because fuck this. Oh, God. Definitely clash trial. That's been the same thing as always. Okay, yep. Yeah, yep. Go ahead and fucking save me. You know, I probably don't need to activate all that shit. Let me remind myself of the fucking truth bullets here just real quickly. Who file number 3. The victims were Hifumi Yamada. Yeah, the cause of death was the same. It was a blow to the head. They just thought that they were both killed with similar weapons. Okay, the tar pattern. Apparently, and that's from. Okay. No, it was found when the body was rediscovered in a repository. It seems to have blood on the wheels. Assume that this was the same only in the equipment room where Gyotaka. Yep. When they found Fu's body, it was covered in blood. However, Hifumi's glasses, yeah, they were covered in blood and then completely clean. Yeah. Hammers of all shapes and sizes were found in the repository. One of them was found wet and had apparently recently been washed. The door connecting the repository is designed to only open from one side. Okay. Yeah, the tracks. Alright, yeah, that's how we can tell somebody moved the fucking body. Cloth. Found an opposite is brand with a cartoon character, and it was found with blood on it. One has to wonder if someone used it to wipe blood away. Okay. Celeste account. Celeste now left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. And then the body went tiered. disappeared. They were only gone for a few minutes. Note the Ishihiro wrote for everyone who was to meet in the dining hall. The handwriting is remarkably neat and clear. So that's written by a different person. Because it looks like a fucking child wrote it. It looks like a goddamn child wrote it. It's also the same handwriting that's on there. Look at the R. Oh, it just got from. No one but Yoshihiro could have possibly fit as a costume. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than a 90-degree angle. Here in the Yoshihiro received a mysterious note. Note reads, yep, yeah. Let's read the book. Okay. Kyoto's bridge is broken. Okay, yep. Small crap. Okay, note, Fumi. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. What has a card key? The owner's name is the handbook. It's believed that no e-handbooks were involved in the carrying out of this murder. Okay. Yeah. All rise. I'd stand up and do my bit.
The basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Oh, I know, Monokuma.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now,
No, we don't.
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Okay, you're one to talk. Also, you bend that tongue anymore, it's gonna fucking tie itself into a knot.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
Damn, he's a bad defense for himself. Make your arguments. Yoshihiro's message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second.
Shut up, okay, I have no fucking idea. Oh god.
Everything we found in your room.
It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second.
I think I see what we need to do.
everything we found in your room.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
God damn.
It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why?
That you are the culprit.
It's not true. It's a
Hero, why?
No! Just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Okay, so
Stop. It's not true. It's a
there we go. That was just me fucking up the
Hold on a
controls.
second.
Everything we found in your room.
God damn, it wanted the other one. Fuck. No, for fuck.
I don't know anything. It's not true. It's a
Hero, why?
No! Just hold on a second.
Everything we found.
Hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room.
Oh, because I was hitting the wrong fucking button. There we go. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. Think about it logically. Holy fuck.
You sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No.
I mean, he admits it.
So, Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
The fuck? I want to fucking kill you, Pegasus. You can suck my nut. I can just restart. I want to see what the fuck this is. Yeah, okay. Of course, Hero agrees with my ass. There's no way it was Hina. There's no way it was Hero. No, there's no way it was Hina. Not necessarily. Oh wait. Yep. That's the right answer. The other thing that was moved to use Taka's body was the blue tarpish. Mm-hmm. Alright. Yeah.
They wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the
Well, yeah, my computer was running out of battery. Let me get my shit all back up. Alright, there's the game. I don't know where my camera is. Why it's being weird. But it is. Alright, I will. Yeah, I'm gonna do one. Lights. My camera won't come back on after I go to the bathroom here. I might just Okay, I don't know what the fuck is happening with my camera, so I'm just not gonna use it. I will keep it like that, so that way. We just won't have chat on screen then. There it is. We have one more. You know what? I don't know. Cozy. Blanket. It is late enough that I might just end up falling asleep down here again. But okay, there we go. Nice and warm, nice and cozy. Yeah, so cold it is down here. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and not really use my pop filter. I just need to rotate my voice a little bit. But that's okay.
And then...
I came downstairs, was right over me in the nurse's office. This is bad. Let's go.
At that point, we decided to divide up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. While Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Yeah.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, We had just discovered Taka's body in the
I like how it
equipment
won't
room.
let you progress forward.
We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Mm-hmm. Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered. We left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
We're a bit of emotion from Miyaki in
But
there.
when we
What's
got there,
happening?
we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing we knew, we were
Kyoko
searching the
is
school
just
for two
invading the
missing dead
bottom
bodies.
corner.
And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
It does
certainly
also.
seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Okay.
Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
In order to make your argument. Monokuma file number 3.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
what makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if
He died before, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order the Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
While Taka's death came from...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if he... Or perhaps it was after. We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
What?
Shoot!
All right.
Is this I refuse to give up yet!
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Didn't think so.
Shoot! So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the
It's true that Hifumi was killed with while Taka's death came from a swing.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Okay, I think I
So,
see what it wants.
regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
No, no.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
While Taka's death came from
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death came from
See?
I swear this is gonna be the fucking
So,
most annoying shit because I know
we
the.
already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the number.
It's true that Hifumi while Taka's death came from
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
Why?
What makes you say that?
Because of the number.
It's true that Hifumi while Taka's death came
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death came from
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
There we go.
No, what's wrong?
Yeah, no, because number one, the numbering skip.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves that Taka was killed with the watch. Hangman's Gambit. I swear to God, if it's not, why is it? Oh my God, it's wristwatch. What the fuck is happening in the background?
Now I understand.
Oh.
I've got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer.
Allowing you to keep recording. I'm so happy I don't have to do your voice anymore.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Yeah.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Not necessarily.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah, but also keep in mind that, like, it makes no sense for two people to work together.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room. And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
There's other things that point to what the fuck Hifumi did.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true.
Easy
We
answer.
searched everywhere.
I know it.
But we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearance. And according to what Celeste said, his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the 3rd?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Yep. That's why the glasses are clear. Makoto, you should not be freaking out about this. You found
I don't think it
everything
has
that
anything
needs
to do
to
with the
oh my
I
god.
think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, he found his body.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That It isn't possible.
I also found the jar of blood, but it was like, that's not a clue, and I'm like, the fuck it isn't. But oh my god, that's not the answer.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Yeah, I see what the fuck
Are
they
you
wanted me to
saying that when we
do.
first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
Because that's the timing.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Nope.
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
Oh, I should stop fucking.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body Hifumi's
Dead body had been found, and that
is why the announcement.
Are we really so maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead,
without a doubt, and you know that.
surely you heard the body discovery announced. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
I'm still gonna go with
there's
my.
a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Hifumi was dead, without, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovery.
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, I already fucking tried that.
Are you saying
That when we first found him, there's a chance he was.
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovered.
Hifumi's dead body had,
And that is why the.
Are we really so maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery?
Yeah, okay, someone else is discovering, then slap it on the other motherfucker.
Are you saying that when we first, there's a chance he.
No. Hifumi was dead, and you
You
know.
know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery and
Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
discovery.
Are you saying that when we first, there's a chance he.
No. If Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the
Body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Yeah, there we go. I just need to sit down and think about it for a bit. Don't worry. God, I should not
Was
do
the body
these files when
discovery
it's
announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. That was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
There were 2 fucking bodies. Fuck.
I got it!
Oh, when both bodies were
heard it a
rediscovered.
second
Yeah,
time in the
right.
repository
Because,
when
yeah,
we
he
rediscovered the 2
moved. He
bodies.
wasn't dead. Right.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually rediscovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
Mm-hmm.
Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Fumi's glasses. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
That's wrong.
Was he really still
Fuck.
alive?
Of course not. It's impossible. This is ridiculous. Well, here's one thing. The first time we found Hifumi's, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time, it was in the...
But when you compare his body
Before being moved, and his body other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
No, that's wrong.
Wow, an actual easy one for once.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Alright.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
Yeah.
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
You did.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Yeah.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
Not if we cleaned his
What
fucking
I'm
glasses.
saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Yes, it does.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive and the nurse he pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see.
Yeah.
Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
I feel like all his corpse piece is a bit of a low blow, but fair enough.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it...
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere!
Except he did a terrible job of it. He only dumped it on his
But he
head.
got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
It was Hifumi. Hifumi. Taka himself moved himself.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
Taka fucking... Oh my
While we were
god.
all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when
Yeah.
we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means
Very
when
true.
Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
Yeah.
He convinced us all he was dead, And when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
Easy.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Shoot!
Fuck. Oh wait. It's the full note. You wanted the full note. I only gave you part of it. Oh, I have 5 minutes.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
You calm the fuck down. You calm the fuck down. It was a message, but
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
yeah, they really.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been... I got it! That's right!
Oh well.
Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
What the fuck do you have to say?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
Yeah.
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
What the fuck?
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Because you're a horny bitch. No, the term you're looking for is not scary, Makoto. It's horny. Okay. Alright. Arms up out of the blanket. Come on. Alright. Sit up.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok! Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Oh my god, thank you for this. Oh.
Puppy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huppy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok! Puppy had the note, then the person it was in must have been Huppy!
But remember
Oh
what
my
the note
god, oh my god.
Shoot!
Alright, well, Makoto's gonna fucking die.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
God,
Puppy had the note, then the person it was in must have been Huppy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Shoot!
alright, okay. Shut the fuck up.
Is this...
I like how canonically,
I
at
refuse
this
to give
point,
up.
everybody voted for Makoto, even though Makoto was the least, like, he had a fucking hard alibi. How the fuck?
Puppy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huppy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
I fucking...
Huppy had the note, right? Then the person it was in must have been Huppy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to
6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I immediately knew the real sauce was the answer, I just didn't know how to fucking get to it.
No, they're absolutely...
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Alright, okay, lean back, get back in comfy position.
We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Yeah.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Why can we not have regular... I don't know. I think the file that boost.
And someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
Yep. Only you didn't die.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Here's the, yep. There's the fucking thing.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Yeah, I mean, death grip's not the right term there. You're looking
That
for rigor
means
mortis,
Hifumi
but
knew
yeah.
the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Alright, calm the fuck
Sorry,
down.
no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
The fuck?
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
Yeah, and your point.
But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Alright, calm the fuck.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack
the
Celeste?
lost
Those were
ones.
accounted for in other rooms too.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill...
Yeah, I know the answer. I know the answer. I know the answer. I know the answer. It's the fucking one. Yep. That's the answer. The spot.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
This.
Was it Justice
Yep.
Hammer 3?
That answers your fucking question.
Shoot!
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
What the fuck was that?
The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. And, that's about it.
Part of me wants to fucking go search for whatever the fuck URL Toko just presented me.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. And,
I feel like I should not type that in. Alright, I know the answer. It's the fucking last
What was
one.
used? Was it Justice? Maybe Justice Hammer.
Well, whatever. There's one thing. How was the culprit? How did nobody witness? Sounds like a Justice Hammer. Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for.
well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
No. There's a Queen Hammer, dumbass. Why would it be clean? And specifically just
The murder
why?
weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
Yeah.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Okay, that's not gonna be the fucking answer.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
Even if more than one person.
only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, It is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the.
But that only really applies if there's one murder. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been, even if more
I
than
think
one
it's the
only
other
the
one.
one who actually, assuming the rule holds true.
That is how the.
But that only really applies in this case.
However, there were two murders.
How would you
Based
not
on the
give me
rules
that?
even if more than one person, only the one who actually can, assuming the rule holds true.
That is how the.
But that only really applies if there's one murder. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained.
But that only really in this case.
However, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that even if more than one person, only the one who actually can, assuming the rule holds true.
That is how the.
But that only really in this case.
Case, however, there were two murders.
There we go. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it...
Yeah, there we go. I had the right idea pretty much the whole time. Yeah.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You don't get your reward because if... Oh my god. You don't get to graduate, which means you fucking die.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was
What is
behind it
Dakota
all.
doing there in the corner?
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan.
Yep.
And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
But that's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Kyoko must have noticed which is why she said not to look at the next event. It's too amazing. Naturally good.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
It was me. I'm gonna go with my gut and still think I think it was Celeste because she's been just everything about this seems like it's correct.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
I figured it out.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
Hey, your fucking accent, your absolute accent. I mean, please tell me that's her actual voice that slipped out there for a solid second, because if so, whoo, that actually explains why her accent sucks ass.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
I got it!
Yeah, you were the only one who encountered the
They have
fucking...
in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
You fuck yourself.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said? We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Yeah, I've been saying this for the literal past goddamn however the fuck long. How are you so slow?
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said? Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Bianca. In the corner there. Yeah. Hey.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on.
That was not voice acted before.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
She's looking rather depressed.
I just realized another strange when we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead. Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Just remember that it's a grand illusion.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
Yep.
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Oh yeah.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
There we go.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it. Looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must be really enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die just like those guys.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body, and then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed.
Oh.
So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the
Both
hall,
of them.
we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really...
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
How? How? Why? Oh, that's not gonna be the right fucking answer.
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
No, that's not the answer.
Shoot!
I have an idea. I have a spicy
All
idea.
I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive. We are all going to die. We are going to die.
Just like those guys. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Oh, I'm fucking stupid. I'm fucking
They
stupid.
must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must
Alright, come on,
because we are all
just
going
come here,
to die.
come here, give me the fucking thing.
Just like those guys died.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
How? How was that not the fucking answer? Byakuya, you could go for yourself. You can absolutely suck on that.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around. They must be positively. We are all going to die. We are going to die. Just and that is all.
And that's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
There we go. Alright, let's try it the other way around.
They must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around. They must be positively elate. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those.
Okay, alright, fine. God, sometimes this game.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for...
So how did you know so? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
That's all you gotta say to yourself here is,
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
yeah.
So let's put the suit on, and then...
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
Why the fuck would you know that it doesn't have a timer? Hey.
In other words, it
Hey.
is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie,
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
what could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
What else could it be?
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther.
Yeah,
If you saw someone
yeah.
wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
This thing is that really possible? No. Make your argument. Why give me?
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
Oh, that's
No way!
yeah. It's either going to be the blueprints or
Dress
the
me up in
costume
that
itself.
Drape me across Hifumi and had
I'm
him
gonna
carry my
think it's
weight.
actually just the costume.
You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing. If the person inside the suit, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling
What the
idiot
fuck?
is
No way! You dressed me up in that, then you just drape me. You tried to make me look like.
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person
Inside the suit, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Yeah, there we go. I found it.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
Oh, that was not a mistake.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Alright, just admit it, because your fucking
Celeste
portrait's
and Hifumi
admitting
took
it.
the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Yep.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hifumi fucking lied.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Can we not just be like, you're being awfully aggressive, Celeste? Let's just kill this
Kyoko,
motherfucker.
what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it! That's right! Our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone he...
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to,
What the fuck?
and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Oh. Please tell me Celeste's last name is not fighting Yasuhiro. I swear to God.
What did you just say?
To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
And your voice, once again, changing.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Honestly, kinda, yeah, you gotta sound like it.
Well, do I?
You look like Mickey Mouse if he was in the Gothic Wheel of Fashion.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Oh, okay, why this? Again, I thought I was about to do a fucking...
He's trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is... Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me, that's the only truth there is! Moron!
Yeah, he is a moron, but not for this one.
to know the killers. If there's one person here who...
It would have to be you, Celeste.
How many times do I... Name...
Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
God damn.
Shoot!
Hifumi was trying to tell us something.
Oh.
He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person
So,
here who
so
might
that's
have
why
that
that's
last
there. Alright, I was like, why the fuck?
It would have to be you, Celeste.
How many times have I...
Celestia Ludenberg! God!
How long do you plan?
I'm not pretending, and since...
You have no way to contradict me. That's the only truth there is! Moron!
Hifumi
Oh,
was
I
trying-
do
he
have a
wanted
way
us
to
to know the
contradict
killers.
you.
If there's one person here who...
It would have to be you, Celeste.
How many times have I...
Celestia Ludenberg! God!
How long do
Do
you
you plan to
go on?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me, that's the only truth there is!
What?
Moron!
What do you mean we can't just be like, show us the fucking e-handbook because it'll tell us your goddamn name?
Hifumi was
trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know
the killer's last name.
if there's one person here who might have that...
It would have to be you, Celeste.
How many times have I...
Celestia Ludenberg! God!
How long do you plan?
I'm not pretending, and since you haven't...
That's the only truth there is! Moron!
Hifumi was trying...
He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last...
It would have to be you, Celeste.
How many times do I have to try?
Celestia Ludenberg!
Oh my fucking Christ. Alright, that's the... Well, that's the first time I've lost because I ran out of fucking time.
I refuse to give up yet.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to
Know the killer's last name. If there's one person here,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
how many times have I? Name. Celeste, you Ludenberg!
God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
Okay, alright, so I was right. Show us the handbook, bitch.
That's it! The handbook!
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Hey, you don't need to fucking show me this shit.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Alright, let me put on my thinking cap. Well, that's not helpful. I still don't know the answer to that one. Oh, that's one. That's wrong, but I don't know what else it could be.
Here's exactly what happened.
Here's probably roughly what happened.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder.
Yeah.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. The killer is you! exactly what happened.
God damn. Oh my god.
Here's exactly what happened. The killer is you!
I think I've already tried this one, yeah. Let it fucking be right before the goddamn shit happens.
So if random chip, no, but he must.
So he
But the name.
well, and that.
To think. Come on. Well, what?
Okay, then Phil.
Oh, my.
Boomy was trying to tell us something.
He wanted us to know the killer. If there's one person here,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
how many times? Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
No.
Oh, but I do. But I do.
That's anytime you turn your...
You know what? Fuck it. 'Cause I'm so close. I don't know what the fuck the right answer would be there. Okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, alright, and then there's the 4.
Here's exactly what happened.
I don't think it will be exactly, but it'll be real close.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to Hifumi with an accomplice. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. They drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Yep.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims. To solidify Robo-Justice, at the first fake incident was the attack there, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1. And the Robo-Justice, they wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted with these 2 incidents.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I got you.
The killer is you! So, for these attacks, the killers, the first fake there, they wanted to make sure the second fake incident, this time, they put with these 2 incidents, that the suspect was increasing the he fell right. While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly... He took a blood packet from the... and turned the...
Right. Oh.
He let out a scream to draw us back. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Yep.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened. Celeste, sorry, you lose.
lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words?
Just now, you bitch.
They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Fucking plot contrivance. The fucking plot contrivance. Why the fuck? Oh my god.
Keiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Alright, great. That's a B rank.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. If you would, please look, and when the votes are tallied, who will you make the right choice or... What?
It's basically from gravity at this point, but you are totally correct. Well, back in this time, the who devised this whole fucking shit dig was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, goddamn plot contrivance.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. Guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Fumi's ineptitude was beyond all.
I knew it.
But you did approach Fumi with a plan. And if you get him to agree, I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to stay with her. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. I'm sure if Fumi was like, whatever the fuck you want to do, queen, I will do it for you. My specialty. Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then, did you use his pig? His dick? His penis? I knew you figured it out. That I'm just a cosmic one. You get Fumi to act as my accomplice.
Indeed.
I used her. For those who are still up, I wouldn't mention it by name, but it was the one thing that Fumi and Taka were both super into. Yep.
Say what?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt, we're in the middle of a conversation. I'm totally over you, as usual.
In other words...
Indeed.
You're the one who stole it. Indeed.
I see.
So you used it to drag Fumi into the plan you came up with. Right again. Last night we had a meeting about how it disappeared. But how it disappeared, I paid Fumi a little visit.
So, what are you doing here?
Actually,
Actually, I was hoping to talk to you alone. It was about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found out how to use the digital camera. I'd taken, you know what, to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the pictures as soon as I'd shown Fumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? You're supposed to yell if anyone got close to her. You are correct. Which is why Taka forced me to steal.
Say what?
as for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did.
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced. And then it is hard for even me to say. He shoved his Super Saiyan penis into my non-Super Saiyan ass. Okay, oh. It's all a joke until the game says, no. Although granted, in this case, we know that she is lying.
what?
Then he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. I had no choice.
Damnation!
It's a crime. It's an actual crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy.
Say what?
I never would imagine he'd go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how just truly enjoyable that was. I'm going to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
most unfortunate.
Oh, wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hand.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You mean... Taka is going to try to kill him.
indeed.
I hope so he can keep her to himself.
This
In his
is
plan.
unforgivable!
That bastard.
Completely unforgivable!
Honestly,
Can we allow him to get away with this barbaric act? Absolutely not. How could I?
I swear I will save her!
I'm not gonna voice them.
actually,
Then would you like to join me? No. I think I just tried to fucking combine their voices. Then would you like to join me? It just so happens I have came up with a plan. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it was complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. If only agreed upon a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. Power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have one other question. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yes, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So, you decided to make me the suspect then? Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surprised me in every surpassed my expectation. Every expectation. It must have been tough for your parents, though. I feel like I should cry. Celeste, you don't need to bring in the parents, brother.
Well,
But when you were planning, you planned Hifumi. How did you explain the part about him playing dead? What he has to assume is that. What was Hifumi supposed to do after that? Assuming you had actually let him leave.
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part, I'd just pretend to be dead once someone showed up. I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he could barely hold on. And would he really believe that? Well, of course. It wasn't all there was to it, as I explained it to Hifumi. The plan was, well, you were all questioning him about what had happened to him. I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward. Stereotypical. I just messed the lie up to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
You planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point in my plan if the one who pretended to be dead was not in fact dead himself.
What the heck?
How could even life mean so little to you?
Well,
That is a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Yakio.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we're nothing alike. Yeah, Yakio's the thrill of the hunt, man, and you're just like, you're more of like the fucking executioner who's just like, I just want to get this done.
Why?
Then what made you take it this far?
What the heck?
God, I really hope this fucking wraps up soon. Was it just for the money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? True, that is a lot of money. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment my new life here began, my only thought was a bit of a But you were saying about how we should just accept living here.
You little bitch!
Obviously, that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else did.
You little bitch!
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why, huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life where here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream. Forever.
Honestly.
There was no way that I could have that. There was no way I could have that. In the online gaming world, I risked my life to make a metaphorical
As
killer.
for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was that
isn't
dream?
it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. Oh, a castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butler / bodyguard. I was going to make them dress up like vampires to satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living there for the rest of my life was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. The bite of my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right on the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. I still don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends over it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilt? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel
do
nothing.
you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for our understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. Plus, how could you be so calm? You do realize you're about to die. Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you would like. But, you know, if I could reincarnate, if I had a choice
Isn't it
then,
wonderful?
I think I would come back as Marie Antoinette. Why the fuck? Why is this here?
Hey,
You just get executed again. Celeste then smiled. When she did, it looked like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Alright, all done. Time to fucking murder.
I prepared a... Let's give it everything we've got! It's...
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What? Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again, in another life.
Alright. Oh, does she just get Marie Antoinetted? So it really seems like that's what's gonna happen here. Yep. Alright. So she got fucking hit by a truck. Damn, that was the most cartoonish death. It's over. The investigation's over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed her friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny at one point I considered her a friend, too. Isn't it awful? Someone could cut free from their regrets from the outside world, and so more people have to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place value on your life.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez. I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do you care about hope? Hope ruin is a tragedy.
Too bad.
You're only embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. It is my destroying your destiny to knock you all down one by one. It's sad, yes, it is, but it just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. As long as you're gonna keep making us go through this, what do you want from us? God, I'm sick of people asking me that. What a rest already. Anyways, Yoko, did you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey! Hey!
So what's the deal with that?
What?
What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you.
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh, how exciting!
Oh, jeez, oh man, what do you mean? What do I do? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that? Last I did to Yoko's body? What does that mean? Things are getting kind of awkward, but I think that's how I gotta get out of here before you guys can go and enjoy your school life. If you want to give me a shout, not that I do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
Fuck off. The food disappeared, although... Hey, Yoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what was that key that Celeste gave you?
so.
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
That means Celeste probably hid it there.
Hey,
I suppose it was the easiest place to miss what's right behavior knows. Well then, we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. Here's the corner headed for that. He approached the view of the
Hey.
house and said, I'm going to go alone from here. Everyone else head back to the dining hall. I'll check in with
What?
you later. Why exactly are you going alone?
So,
Do you even have to ask? As she she quickly glanced around us.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still a risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You. Please let me go. Standing here arguing is only going to draw more attention to us. Do whatever you want.
Well,
Thank
then.
you. Goodbye. It's up to you.
Yo!
Okay.
I tried to forget what he just said. Everyone had it in that.
Shall we go? So then,
We need to get into the locker. Because that's not locked it. Good morning, everybody. My name is Chihiro. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe. Thank goodness. Never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. You're speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please just wait a little while longer. So, we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this is concerned, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Yoko, please tell me what you were doing when you were all alone in the school. Is that why you wanted to come with me?
however,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know. Well, I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried.
what?
Worried? What happened during the investigation time? You disappeared and we didn't see you or anything. Without warning or explanation. When you do
Indeed.
that, it's only natural that you think I'm the mastermind spy, right? They think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too? No. I believe you. You believe me? Me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friend, right? And that's why I just want you to tell me. I want you. All I want. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then
That's fine.
fine. I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she'd told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I was not.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom, the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera. And in there, storage closet there, right in the back. There's way in the back storage closet, but you could really be right about this. No storage closet. As far as I can go, the secret baker told me could have really in here. She said it was in the way in the back of the storage closet. I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back. It's strange why I suddenly yanked in. At the same time I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I had fallen back into the storage closet. Huh? Turned out the back wall was a revolving door, and I had made my way to the other side. It's like the outside said.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom stairs are just a storage closet. And way in the back, there's a secret room. This is the secret room. But why here? He was jerking off. There's no desk with no drawers. The fucking paper. There's a bunch of files. So it looks like monumental volume of yearbooks are all covered in dust. Looking at everything. One file on the edge of the case caught my eye. Hope Peak Academy student registry. This is the only thing not covered in dust here. Someone's been reading this recently. I slipped the file into my hand before I could a slip of paper fell out and I turned my attention. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I can understand if it said, like, I can't leave. You must not leave? What is this paper say? It's a strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them before, but can't quite remember where. What do I know? What don't I know? A strange sound running through my head. What the fuck just happened to Makoto? It felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth, and then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. With that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. Dole's probably painted my head pretty fast. Empty? Gone. They're all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry. Even the note that had fallen on the floor, they're all gone. What does that mean? I really refuse to do any more work. The insistent pain is right across my body. For now, I should go back to my room. Just for now. Can I say your phone? I got myself back to the body. I get back to when I felt like things were getting better. I can see something. I can stop it for action right after that. As if in the vast distance I heard a sound. Faint but undeniable sound. That sound. Coming from the gym? My shaky friend towards the gym. Now stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. What's going on? I can't be nothing. You're in the gym? I didn't make a sound when I opened the gym door. Sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only in half much more. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, here is the battle. Yeah, everything together. No. One side's not even that's for sure. Regardless, everything's stuff there.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
Need the last night's fires. Sakura? Next generation doesn't stand all by the nearly end. Alright. I'm gonna stop that there. I'll be back tomorrow with baseball, probably only baseball, because holy fuck, this was a long ass stream. See you.